Hello again and welcome back to the Brain Bash. These really comprise the conclusions of a Brain Bash that I did in 2012. And what I did was I got all the members in the hall into 17 groups. And what I did was I handed out 17 questionnaires, each one with a different episode. And I asked the audience to talk amongst themselves on the episode that they were deputed to talk about, and to pick out the 4 or up to 4 most strongest elements about the episode, and the 4 or up to 4 weakest, and what star rating would you give it? So it was actually quite good because everyone consulted in their little groups, and then they completed the questionnaire, and then it was all read out and everyone listened and comments were passed. So it was a good discussion group. For me, I just love hearing what people think about The Prisoner because I always learn something. So here we go, a little bit of fun. We'll have a look at what the Brain Bashies thought. Conclusions of Arrival on the strongest elements. Arrival, the title sequence, the village location, the script, the zeitgeist. Chimes of Big Ben, the casting of Nadia Gray as Nadia. The extramural activities in the village are shown. The appearance of Richard Wattis as Fotheringay. And of course, the twist at the end, there's no escape. A, B and C, it is not set in the village. The use of Sheila Allen as the female doctor psychoanalyst, the use of females was actually quite unusual for the time. The change of the third drug, the use of the Catherine Cath character. Free for all, it's deception and manipulation, hope, success and failure, election fever. Schizoid man, the friendship between number 6 and Alison and her betrayal. Number 6, fighting himself, a definition of identity. Here we learn a bit more about power. The general, the whole concept of speed learn and the retention of facts instead of knowledge. The idea of the mole, that is number 12, in the village. Many happy returns. He builds a raft, the struggle to get home, survival. His friends do not believe him straight away. Dance of the Dead. A rich episode on many levels. A female number 2, the issue of life after death. Visually very strong. The essential darkness of the sinister. A lot of visual references to Euro art cinema. Checkmate. The female protagonists. The visual element of the chess game, the irony of being pawns in the game and in the village, the twist at the end when one of the prisoners turns informer, the use of eye contact and body language to determine the wardens and prisoners. Hammer into anvil, the purely psychological element, no physical interference, the way number 2 undoes himself. Number 6 getting his own back. That's the element of revenge. A change of mind. The functioning of the village is explored in some detail, particularly the medical establishment. New techniques in destruction of an individual. Televised experimentation to a mass extent. The use of drugs in this episode. It's Your Funeral. Number 6's moral conscience in action. Evidence of appreciation by the village towards its leaders. Reversal of the proof stroke evidence that leaders are untrustworthy. Annette Andre. Living in Harmony, the Wild West intro scene. Number 6 is determination to live peacefully. The connection between characters are emotional and well played. He defeats the village. Do not forsake me, oh my darling. Well, McGowan is in the United States. so got the money for the rest of the series. So it's a break from the intensity of the rest of the series and gives an insight into his previous life. The Girl Who Was Death, Frank Mayer's stunt work at the Kursaal, John Drake's bowling at the cricket match, Witchwood when the girl tries to kill him, gassing, shooting and hand grenades. Justine Lord's legs. My apologies, I'm only reading it out. Once upon a time, being confined to one room, his childhood, why he resigned, the chain of events, fallout, the delegates, the faithless bureaucracy, rebellious youth, insecurities, a prisoner of oneself. Turning the coin, the four weakest elements, or up to. Arrival, the lack of knowledge of number 6's secret information. That's it, no other weaknesses. Chimes, the plot point itself, the missing hour on a borrowed watch. A, B and C, not appropriate, there are none. Free for all, not applicable, it's all good. Schizoid man, not sure about the ability for one electric shock to break his conditioning. Number 2 is a bit of a non-entity, the obvious body double idea. The general, the computer does not age well. Colin Gordon's acting is over the top. The aborted alternate message plot. Many happy returns, number 6 didn't explore the mountains to see if there was a way out. Too much risk to life? Not if the gun runners were working for the village, and the cape should have been in the shape of 6. Dance of the Dead. The overall concept is difficult to grasp initially. That's it. Checkmate. Reaching by radio signal, the vessel responding to the distressed call. Not realistic that the signal would reach so easily and rapidly. Hammer into anvil. This does not have the complexity and depth of other episodes. It's a one-dimensional story and let down by Cargill's wooden acting. A change of mind, the role of sex in the episode, and the hypnosis scene is corny. It's Your Funeral, too much padding of the story, not enough material to fill an episode. A lack of memorable dialogue. This could not be watched as the first time episode and does not fit in well with the others. Living in Harmony, the awful accents, the death of Kathy and her brother hanging, the sudden ending. This could be a longer episode, perhaps, maybe. Do Not Forsake Me. This is a filler story, a break from the intensity of the rest of the series. Its science fiction style does not really fit, and it does not fit into the series. The Girl, the back projection car chase, McGowan's rendition of Danny Boy, the stunt Taylor's dummy on the back of the helicopter, and the blowing up of the lighthouse. Someone noted is from Thunderbirds. Once upon a time, in the 7 ages of man, there is no love life. It is a poor way to break him. There is not enough skill and time, and not much background to his life in general. Fallout. This provides a messy ending and calls the whole series into question. Well, there we go. So everybody read it, and strangely, the star system works like this here. Getting 6 stars were Arrival, Free for All, Schizoid Man, Many Happy Returns, Once Upon a Time. This episode got 6 stars, but also the comment, I don't like it. At 5 stars, Chimes of Big Ben, A, B and C, The General, Checkmate, Girl Who Was Death. 4.5, Dance of the Dead. 4, Living in Harmony. 3.5, Hammer into Anvil and Fallout. A Change of Mind, 3. It's Your Funeral, 2. Do Not Forsake Me, Oh My Darling, 1. So there we have it. 17 episodes of this enigmatic tantalising, thought-provoking conundrum masquerading as a popular entertainment TV series. You might like to think about what you think are the strengths and weaknesses of these episodes. You've heard what the Brain Bashies thought. If you do, jot them down and email them in. Thank you very much indeed. Hope you've enjoyed it.